Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Deacon freaks out when Sheila warns him about her granddaughter, and Luna purchases a gun to use against Steffy. Luna begs her father not to force her to leave the Cliff House. It's known as repercussions, according to Steffy. There is no one else for Luna. Don't let her do this, please. Steffy, don't allow me out of your life. Finn informs Luna that this is due to her and her identity rather than Steffy. If his wife would just let it, Luna is certain he could love her as a father. She begs them both to give her an opportunity. She is unsure of what she might do otherwise. Luna complains that everyone else has interrupted her. She believed her grandmother could assist her, but she has also abandoned her. You mean your grandmother? Frowns Finn. They understand that she isn't referring to Lee. Steffy lets out a gasp, oh God. Sheila. Luna claims that she instructed her to go. She begs once more for an opportunity to prove herself. Her father needs to love her, embrace her, and include her. Dad, I need you. Finn claims that he would have taught her the distinction between need and want if he had been present from the day she was born. The thought of their potential relationship, which is now unattainable, saddens him. After what she'd done to his wife, there is no turning back. You'll never fit in with our lives. Never. Deacon fears. He hopes Sheila's collision with Luna at Deacon's place was an accident. She acknowledges it wasn't. She wanted to get to know her granddaughter, so she encouraged her. She begs him not to get upset. Deacon is angry since she said she wouldn't interact with Luna at all. Even her own mother left her, so Sheila felt sorry for her. Deacon says, we understand why. Sheila admits this and expresses to Deacon her concern that she made a grave error by delaying sending Luna go. Deacon queries what transpired. Stuttering, Sheila says, nothing, not yet. She has made an effort to assist her and demonstrate that she is capable of being saved. However, Luna is completely obsessed with Will Spencer. Deacon fears that she may begin to bother him. Sheila is more worried about a different man. She has attempted to assist, but to no avail. Luna's relationship with Finn is her obsession. She believes that if Steffy gets out of the way, they may both have a relationship with him. Deacon screams in terror, my God. Once more, she is threatening Steffy. He questions whether the police should be called. No, Sheila says. She's worried that she's obsessed with her relationship with Finn, but she instructed her to go. She understands that. As much as Sheila wants to admit it, her own granddaughter is in a bad place and is attempting to entice her to join her. She genuinely thinks that once Steffy is removed from the situation, they can date Finn. Deacon fears that she wants to kill Steffy and isn't even attempting to disguise it. Ridge issues a caution. Will informs Elektra in Forrester's design office that since Luna confronted him, he hasn't received any more messages from her. Ridge interrupts their canoodling and chastises them for making out at work. As he observes, business as usual around here, his lip twitches. He performs it personally and jokes that it boosts morale. Conversation shifts to Elektra's growing relationship with Steffy and the children. Ridge is also aware of Elektra's encounter with Luna. Ridge admires Elektra's bravery, she makes him think of Steffy. However, having stated that, be careful who you're tenacious with, Will interrupts. That's correct, says Ridge. Luna poses a threat. Will doesn't think any of them should talk to her. Ridge cautions that whether they like it or not, she and her insane grandma are and will be a part of their family. They discuss how Will's old man put Luna back on the streets. When she became entangled with Luna, Elektra tells Ridge that Sheila defended her. Before leaving the office, Ridge warns that they are both crazy and unstable. Will gives Elektra a hug and wishes that she would remember what Ridge said. She should avoid Luna since she is harmful. She teases him about office PDA while he tries to kiss her. At their age, he adds, it's not conceivable. She advises him to put forth more effort. Luna goes. Luna begs Finn to acknowledge that they are flesh and blood at the Cliff House. That doesn't change the fact that she committed crimes against his wife, according to Finn. Steffy is asking him to pick between them, but Luna isn't. Finn screams that Steffy is not separating them, this is his choice. Luna doesn't think so. This whole thing is Steffy. Steffy says that's it because she's fed up. She must leave. She must leave, says Finn. Sheila and he both agree that Luna must leave Los Angeles. Steffy advises her to leave and not to appear there ever again. I'll be back, Steffy, Luna whispers as she makes her way to the door. They don't hear Finn give his wife a hug. Steffy assures Finn that she has no fear of Luna and that attempting to harm her or the children will not further her goals. She is amazed at how much she resembles Sheila. Sheila finally understood, and Luna will, according to Finn. Steffy is grateful that he defended her and their family. They give each other hugs. Luna purchases a gun. Luna paces and screams, Steffy, 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 in an apartment. She promises to take her down and get rid of her for good. She has a flashback when she confronts Steffy at the Cliff home and makes a promise that she would not let her ruin her opportunity to meet her father. Luna allows a man into the flat after he knocks on the door. Do you have it? She asks. She takes out a money envelope. He passes a firearm. Luna strokes it and considers finally getting rid of Steffy. The coastal serenity of the Cliff house stood in sharp contrast to the storm brewing inside. Luna's tear-streaked face pleaded for a place in the family she believed should have always been hers. Her hands trembled at her sides, not from fear, but desperation. She had lost everything, her mother, her dignity, her stability, and now she was about to lose the only remaining link to the idea of belonging, her father. Please, don't let her do this, she begged, her eyes locked on John Finnegan. Don't let Steffy shut me out of your life. Steffy Forrester, ever the fierce protector, stood resolute. It's not about me, she bit back, her arms crossed, her eyes narrowed. It's about the consequences of your actions, Luna. But Luna couldn't accept that. Her world had already unraveled and the idea that she'd be exiled for good left her teetering on the edge. If not you, she whispered to Finn, then who? Who will love me like a father should? Finn's expression tightened. Luna, this isn't about Steffy making a choice. This is my decision. And I made it the moment you drugged her. You hurt my wife. You don't come back from that. Luna gasped. But it was an accident. I never meant to. But you did, Finn said coldly. And I can't have you in our lives. I'm sorry, but it's over. As his words pierced the air, Luna's composure cracked, replaced by a venomous silence. Steffy took a step forward, her voice sharper. Get out. The moment lingered as Luna looked at her father one last time, her eyes hollow. I'll be back, Steffy, she muttered before the door shut behind her. Chapter 2, The Bloodline of Trouble. Back at Deacon Sharp's place, the mood was taut with apprehension. Sheila Carter, long known for her erratic, dangerous behavior, sat on the edge of the couch, wringing her hands. Deacon paced, his frustration barely contained. You told me you'd stay away from her, he snapped. She's my granddaughter, Deacon. Sheila exclaimed. She was lost, abandoned. Even her mother gave up on her. What was I supposed to do? Turn her away like everyone else? Yes, he barked. That's exactly what you were supposed to do. Especially after everything we've been through. Sheila's lips trembled as she looked away. I didn't mean for this to happen. I tried to help her, to show her a better way. I wanted her to see that redemption was possible. Deacon scoffed. Redemption? You? For her? She's in pain, Sheila whispered. She feels completely alone. And now she's latching onto Finn, just like I did. Deacon's face paled. You think she's going after Steffy? She doesn't just want Finn's love, Sheila said. She wants Steffy out of the way. Permanently. The room spun around Deacon. My God, she's threatening her. Again. She hasn't done anything yet, Sheila insisted. But I'm afraid. She's spiraling. And I saw something in her eyes, the same look I used to have. Chapter 3, Warning Signs. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Will Spencer and Electra Baines shared a quiet moment of flirtation, their laughter echoing through the design office. Their playful exchange was short-lived when Ridge Forrester strode in, all business and eyes like a hawk. "Having fun at work, kids?" Ridge quipped, arms folded, his gaze cutting through the air. Electra stepped back from Will, her cheeks pink. "We were just talking." "Uh-huh." Ridge's smile faded as he leaned against the desk. "I hear you had a run-in with Luna." Will's jaw tensed. "She's not our problem anymore." Ridge didn't look convinced. "You might think that, but Luna's part of our family whether we like it or not. And her connection to Sheila Carter makes her unpredictable. Dangerous." Electra nodded solemnly. "Sheila tried to defend me when Luna came after me." "That's not exactly comforting," Ridge muttered. "They're both unstable. If she comes near you again, don't play hero. Call me." The message was clear. Luna was no longer a misguided young woman. She was a threat. Chapter 4, Cornered. The streets of Los Angeles blurred around Luna as she wandered aimlessly, the weight of her father's rejection sinking deeper into her bones. Each step echoed a sense of finality. She had tried everything, apologies, pleas, even exposing herself emotionally, but nothing had worked. No one wanted her. Her mind kept circling one thought, Steffy. She was the obstacle. The one who had poisoned her father against her. The one who had everything Luna never would. As night fell, Luna found herself back at her small, dimly lit apartment. Her body shook with rage and grief. She whispered to herself like a chant, "She took him from me. She took everything from me." The door creaked open. A man entered, average build, nondescript. Luna didn't waste time. "Do you have it?" The man nodded. She handed him an envelope thick with cash. In return, he handed over a small black pistol, heavy in her hands. Luna stared at the weapon, her mind swirling with images of Steffy laughing, Steffy embracing Finn, Steffy pushing her away. This gun would make it all stop. This gun was her ticket to a new life. Chapter 5, The Heart of Madness. Sheila sat alone, staring out a window as the city lights blinked in the distance. Deacon returned from the bedroom, phone in hand, having just checked in with Ridge anonymously. He knew he couldn't say anything openly, it would implicate too many people, but someone had to watch out for Steffy. "She's going to do something," Sheila murmured. Deacon sat beside her. "Then we stop her. If she does anything to Steffy, there's no coming back from it." "I already tried," Sheila whispered. "But I think it's too late." Chapter 6, Electra's Dilemma. At Forrester Creations, Electra stood before a rack of gowns, her hands trembling slightly. Will entered behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "You okay?" he asked. "I keep thinking about Luna," she replied. She wasn't just angry. She was unhinged. I think she meant it when she said Steffy had to go. Will's face hardened. "Then we need to protect my family." Electra turned, wide-eyed. "What if she comes after me next? Then she'll have to go through me first." Chapter 7, A Line Crossed. Luna didn't sleep. She stared at the gun on her nightstand, her mind working in loops. She replayed every harsh word, every denial, every slammed door. But most of all, she heard Finn's voice. "You hurt my wife. There's no coming back." She had been pushed to the edge. And now she stood alone on the precipice, weapon in hand, ready to fall or fight. She dressed in black, pulled her hair into a ponytail, and slipped the gun into her bag. Chapter 8, Intervention. Back at the Sharp home, Deacon couldn't take it anymore. He dialed an old contact, a private investigator. He needed someone to follow Luna. "I think she's planning something bad," he told the man. "I don't have proof. Just a gut feeling." The investigator agreed to start immediately. Sheila paced behind him. We need to tell Finn. We can't. If he hears she has a gun, he'll call the police. And if she gets arrested, it's over for her. It might be over for Steffy if we don't, Sheila countered. Chapter 9, Steffy's Sense. At the Cliff House, Steffy stood in the kitchen, restless. Finn walked in with coffee and kissed her cheek. You didn't sleep? I feel like something's wrong, she said. Like Luna's not done with us. She's gone. No, Steffy said. She's waiting. Chapter 10, Endgame. Outside the Cliff House, Luna crouched near the edge of the woods, staring at the warm light from inside. She could see silhouettes moving. Steffy's laugh floated on the breeze. Her hand tightened on the bag. She took one step forward. Behind her, a light flashed. Luna, a voice barked. Startled, she turned to see a man running toward her, the investigator Deacon had hired. Don't do this, he shouted. Luna froze, her body trembling. In seconds, the man tackled her, the gun flying from her hand and skidding across the lawn. Lights from the house snapped on. Finn and Steffy ran out. What the hell is going on? Finn shouted. She had a gun, the man panted. She was going to kill her. Steffy stared at Luna in horror. Luna screamed. She stole everything from me. Epilogue, the fallout. Luna was arrested on the spot. Deacon and Sheila watched from afar, their guilt written on their faces. At the police station, Luna sobbed uncontrollably. I just wanted to be loved. Back at home, Steffy clung to Finn. She almost killed me. Finn stared into the darkness, torn between grief and relief. She's my daughter. But she's gone too far. Sheila wept in Deacon's arms. She's just like me. And somewhere in Los Angeles, another door closed, not just on Luna's freedom, but on any hope of redemption. It was supposed to be a quiet afternoon at the Cliff House, waves crashing against the rocks below, the sky painted with lazy streaks of orange and lavender as the sun began its descent, but nothing about the day remained ordinary the moment Luna stepped through the sliding glass doors with trembling hands and tear-streaked cheeks, her eyes wild with confusion, panic, and something darker, something unspoken. Steffy had been upstairs, humming softly to herself, one hand resting on the curve of her stomach, the other holding the baby's first blanket, knitted by Taylor during a rare quiet moment when the family wasn't spinning in a cyclone of secrets, betrayals, and broken hearts. Downstairs, Luna's boots clicked against the hardwood floor, each step a drumbeat of dread that echoed through the bones of the house. The gun in her coat, Finn's old service weapon, taken from the drawer where he thought it was safely hidden, pressed cold and heavy against her ribs. She hadn't meant to come here, not like this, not armed and desperate and unsure if she was about to commit an act she couldn't take back. But something had snapped in Luna after that last conversation with Poppy. The lies, the secrecy about her father, the tension over her feelings for RJ, everything had become too much. Her mind fractured like glass under pressure, and somehow, all of it had led her here, to Steffy, the woman who unknowingly stood at the center of it all. Finn, meanwhile, had left his shift early, his gut twisting with a premonition he couldn't shake. He'd tried to call Steffy 3 times, each ringing tone filling him with a strange, suffocating sense of urgency. Something was off. Something was wrong. And when he pulled into the driveway and saw Luna's car parked outside, heart hammering in his chest, his instinct screamed at him to run, not walk, into the house. But before he could open the door, before he could stop the storm about to crash over their lives, the crack of the gunshot shattered the stillness. Inside, Steffy stood in stunned silence, one hand over her belly, the other reaching out as if she could hold back the blood blooming across her dress. Luna stood opposite her, the gun falling from her hand in slow motion, her face pale with horror, lips parting in a scream that never came. Steffy's knees buckled, her body folding like a marionette with its strings cut, and the moment she hit the ground, everything inside Finn collapsed. He burst through the door with a shout that tore from his throat like an animal's roar, skidding to his knees beside her, pressing his hands to her abdomen, begging her to stay with him. Blood seeped between his fingers. Her eyes fluttered, lips trembling. "The baby," she whispered, and it was that whisper, more than the bullet, more than the fear, that sent Finn over the edge.